Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out Litecoin's price chart, and I'm going to try to show you two different counts, but overall, they actually end up with the same conclusion. Now, first things first, before we get into what is happening in the short term, may I suggest overall, just pay attention to this beautiful ascending channel, which we have been inside it since, let's say, June of 2022. It has been more than 3.5 years. Now, God forbid if we end up getting a break of this channel on the downside and then we do a pullback, followed by that we get a continuation of the move down. Although I do believe, even according to this thing, downsides in LTC are going to be quite limited. However, you want to note that at this point we are probably breaking some serious bullish structures, suggesting the recovery phase is actually going to take some time. I don't know, maybe even more than 6 months to about a year. As long as we are inside this channel though, I think we are actually good to go up. And for instance, you can consider maybe 5 wave up in here into a wave 1, followed by an A, B, C flat into wave 2, and then great move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. So the general picture in LTC, I do think still is quite optimistic. Now, having said all that, let's go on 15-minute time frame, because we actually talked about this in the previous video. You see, if you remember, the last time that we talked about Litecoin, we were somewhere around these areas, and the idea was that odds are we are having at least a 5 wave on the downside in this phase, and our primary scenario indicated that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down, and the end for wave 3 wasn't actually in here. No, in fact, I believe we said this is 5 down into 1, correction for wave 2, another move down into wave 3, correction for 4, and then another move down into wave 5, which at that point, this is going to be on a higher degree into wave 3, correction for 4, and then again, unfortunately, yet another move down into wave 5. And this was actually the main idea for why we said in LTC, in like very short term, we want to see 2 more moves on the downside. So this is one possibility to consider that generally suggests we are going to witness a bit of a downward price action, but overall, hopefully we are quite close to the end of our move down. Now, according to another scenario, this might be like an insanely bullish setup. You see, let's just go around this area. If you want to argue, for instance, we are going to have our final low around here. I don't know, let's say this is like a very important support region, then okay. In terms of Helios waves, you have to be able to find off of the lows a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave on the upside. This specific count is called an impulsive movement. Rules for it are, we should not have overlapping of the waves between our wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of 5 wave, our wave 3 should not be the smallest wave. And in terms of the sub waves, I think you know what I'm about to say if you are a regular viewer of the channel. We're gonna have 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5, and for our corrections, we can consider different scenarios. Let's say, sure, ABC for wave 2 and possibly like a WXY structure into wave 4. Now, in Litecoin, we are having something like this, but not exactly something like this, because I think if I just go on the live chart in here and maybe zoom in more, excuse me, because we are having, as you can see, constantly overlapping of the waves between our phases on the downside like this. Well, okay, that usually indicates if you want to consider a bullish count indicating the bottom is in, then okay, you should probably consider the possibility of having a series of 1-2s, and here is how it works out. You see, this can be 5 up into 1, correction for 2, and then what's next? Great move up into wave 3, 4, 5, which on a higher degree, it's going to be into a wave 3, and then 4, and then 5, and even that one on a higher degree is going to be into this wave 3, correction for 4, another move up into wave 5. Now, here's a very important point for you. In terms of Helios waves, we usually say when it comes to wave 3, it's actually going to be a rather strong and sharp move on the upside, and this bullish count in LTC literally suggests that soon we're going to be on our way up to complete a series of wave 3s. So here is what I have to tell you. If in Litecoin you want to be bullish and you want to call this point your final low, then okay, in the next, I'm going to say 72 hours to maximum 5 days, you want to see a rapid acceleration of this move up. Okay, it's very, very important to understand that. And overall, I would like to suggest to consider this very important ascending channel for your signal. There we go. This is the lower band of it. This can be, I guess, to somewhere around here, the higher band of it. The moment that in Litecoin, we end up having a bit of a move on the upside in order to go above the higher band of this region, do a pullback above it, a very slow and choppy move, and then get a continuation of the move up in order to take this high. That is going to be like a really good sign, suggesting hopefully our move down has come to an end, and this indeed is a series of 1-2s, meaning our move up is going to get accelerated quite a bit. And also, if you do not care about the short-term price action, then okay, may I suggest at that point, be a bit more patient and see, are we going to take this important major pivot high or not around $110. If we take this high, that could be an awesome sign indicating our move up is going to hopefully continue for quite some time. Now, question for you, what's going to be my primary scenario? Unfortunately, I don't really want to be that optimistic because in most cases, I'm not actually that lucky. You see, if you are having maybe a support level or maybe a trend line, doesn't really matter, and the price is actually touching that trend line a couple of times, maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, the next time that we touch this region, you actually need to count on having a break of it and then pull back, followed by a continuation of the move down. Again, this is also similar when it comes to a trend line. But why is that? You see, the whole reason for why we call a trend line or maybe a support an area that is going to hopefully cause a bounce is because of the number of long positions that we are having right around this area. So let's say initially we are having 20 orders in here. The first time that the price is going to reach to about this region, then okay, let's say 5 of those orders are going to get activated. We're going to have 15 remaining. The next time another 5 are going to get activated. We're going to have 10 remaining. Another time 5 are going to get activated. Another time 5 more are going to get activated. And if we continue this pattern, there will be a time where we are going to touch this region and there isn't really going to be a whole lot of buying orders in here, meaning what? That time is actually going to be, unfortunately, when we're going to get a break of this level, go under, do a pullback, and then get a continuation of the move. Why do we care about this? Let's go on the live chart. Okay, so I think we can all agree that, again, this is a beautiful ascending channel, but let's just consider this trend line for now. How many times are we touching this thing? Let's just have a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times we are touching this region, and every single time we are getting some sort of a reaction off of it. So I'm gonna say if this is a support, which I do think it is, it's not actually right now that much of a big support, and I am willing to bet a lot of stupid short-term traders actually have opened some long positions around this trend line, and they have put their stops under their previous lows right around these areas. So let's just say this. I do think there's actually quite a bit of liquidity under the lows in here, and the price unfortunately has a tendency to go towards liquidity's way and gather them all, and then after the price is going to hit a lot of stop losses and break a lot of hearts, you are going to see that big bounce move that those stupid short-term traders already expected. So here is what I have to tell you. In Litecoin, your base case should probably be having maybe like 1 or let's say maximum 2 more moves on the downside. So if it happens, you're not going to be surprised. On the other hand though, if it doesn't happen, if from here we are going to get a brilliant move on the upside, you're just going to be pleasantly surprised. You're not going to lose any money. Okay, this is a very important point to understand. And overall, again, I need you to remember this. Bullish or bearish in the short term in LTC, the mid to long term picture in my view is still quite optimistic. All we talk about is this: are we going to have one more move down and then a big bounce, or maybe from here we are going to have our big move on the upside? And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Litecoin's chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.